Coming up next on This Week in Torrance, local businesses commemorate the 9/11 anniversary with a show of support for the men and women serving the Torrance Fire Department.
Then children and adults lined up at the James Armstrong Theater to show off their unique talents for an upcoming competition.
Plus, the Torrance Historical Society gets a generous donation from a local service group. Find out why.
And is it okay to get the flu shot now, even though it's not quite flu season? Well, we've got that answer coming up in our Healthy Living segment.
These stories and much more are just seconds away.
Your local news starts right now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Jin Chun.
And I'm Ben McCain. Thanks for joining us. Here are your top stories. This year marks the 13th anniversary of the September 11th terrorist attacks. In New York, a memorial ceremony for families of the victims at the World Trade Center was held at the 9/11 Memorial, and communities all across the country are expected to participate in some way. Here in Torrance, the city placed a wreath at City Hall to honor the victims and survivors of that fateful day.
And Ben, locally, an organization wanted to show their gratitude to the Torrance men and women who put themselves in harm's way on a daily basis in remembrance of 9/11 as America lost nearly 350 first responders on that tragic day. The Volunteer Center, located in downtown Torrance, along with several businesses based here in town, got together to pack cookies for the men and women of the Torrance Fire Department. More than 15 volunteers representing companies like ExxonMobil, Saatchi & Saatchi, Toyota, and Kaiser Permanente, just to name a few, were on hand to help, and many that we spoke with seemed to share the same thoughts of gratitude and appreciation for our local first responders.
For this to happen to our country, and I am just absolutely amazed at the outpouring of love for our country that came from that. I am a believer that out of evil good comes, and if any good could have come from that, I think it was a renewed love for America that so many people feel.
Most of the time, nobody tells them thank you. They're doing this day in and day out all the time, and even though this one big event is kind of the focal point, they're doing this every day. So it really allows us to focus back on the fact that they are heroes to us every day.
Volunteers packed the cookies the night before and delivered them on September 11th to all the Torrance fire stations.
Local workers cheered on Governor Jerry Brown as he signed into law a new bill providing sick days to millions of Californians who do not currently earn that benefit. Assembly Bill 1522, known as the Healthy Workplaces, Healthy Families Act of 2014, requires employers to provide paid sick leave to any employee who works in California for 30 or more days within a year from the start of their employment. This goes into effect July 1st next year. It's reported that nearly 40% of the state's workforce will be affected by this bill, which was introduced by Assembly member Lorena Gonzalez of San Diego. Under the current law, approximately 6.5 million workers in California cannot take a paid day off when they are ill or a family member is sick. With Brown's approval now, Californians will become only the second in the nation after Connecticut to require paid sick leave.
Home improvement retailer Home Depot recently confirmed they've been hacked. The breach reportedly happened months ago, but officials only became aware of it earlier this month when Krebs on Security announced batches of customers' credit card information were released in an underground market. Officials say this could affect all of Home Depot's 2,200 stores in the U.S., including the one here in Torrance. Krebs said the software the hackers used was the same that affected the 40-some million target customers late last year. Just in the past few days, 9 more batches of stolen credit card information was reportedly released. Customers are urged to monitor their credit card accounts to ensure there are no suspicious activities. If you have any questions, call their customer care toll-free line. That number is 800-466-3337.
One of California's top elected officials made an announcement on matters related to her health. Secretary of State Deborah Bowen, who used to represent the South Bay in both houses of the legislature, said she has and continues to suffer from depression. Bowen told the Los Angeles Times that she has battled this for nearly 30 years now. Bowen, who will term out after 8 years in office, said she is receiving professional help but has not been hospitalized. Bowen, who launched her political career in the early 90s, represented a coastal assembly district stretching from the South Bay to the west side from 92 to 98 and then in the Senate from 98 to 2006. Bowen said she wanted to publicly discuss her health, in part to help dispel the stigma around depression, particularly in light of actor Robin Williams' death, who was also noted to have struggled with the mental illness.
Now, if bigger is truly better, then TiVo has the consumer DVR market cornered with its latest product. The 6-tuner TiVo Mega has 24 terabytes of storage, which is the equivalent of over 26,000 hours of SD storage space and 4,000 hours of HD programming. While final pricing hasn't been determined yet, the company estimates it would be around $5,000 and would include its lifetime product service. TiVo's Mega also comes equipped with built-in transcoding to stream live TV or recorded video content to users' smartphones and tablets. Mega also supports TiVo's whole home platform, cable cards, and up to 11 mini TiVos around the house for additional viewing. Mega is set to hit retail outlets in the first quarter of 2015.
Apple unveiled its newest and much anticipated products, the iPhone 6, iPhone 6 Plus, and the long-rumored wearable smartwatch device were introduced this week. The next generation iPhone features many new added benefits, from faster Wi-Fi, upgraded camera, slow motion capabilities to longer battery life and new screen sizes. Another unique element to the new phone will be the Apple Pay, which virtually turns your phone into a wallet, allowing users to make purchases direct from either device. The company also unveiled the wearable device iWatch, venturing into its first new market in several years. Users can view weather, map, directions, track health and fitness with communication. It can also leverage GPS and Wi-Fi from the user's phone. Apple's newest iPhone hits store shelves on September 19th in gold, silver, and space gray. The Apple Watch goes on sale early 2015.
One wireless carrier eager to woo potential customers are offering a rare deal. Verizon Wireless announced on the same day of Apple's unveil that it would give away the iPhone 6 for free. The catch? Well, customers would need to turn in their old iPhones and sign a 2-year agreement with Verizon. Those who redeem the iPhone 6 offer get a gift card for $200 as a trade-in to go towards a new phone, which is priced at $199. Verizon did not say for how long the offer would stand, but for now they are accepting used iPhone models 4, 4S, 5, 5S, and 5C as long as the device is still working. Customers will receive the 16-gigabyte version of the new phone, and for those who aren't jumping to get the latest model in their hands, well, experts say the trade-in value on the iPhone 5 is upwards of $300 on some trade-in sites.
Speaking of phones, beginning next year, all smartphones sold in California will have to have an activated kill switch feature. This technology allows users to remotely clear all the information on their lost or stolen smartphones. Governor Jerry Brown signed the bill recently, also allowing government agencies to shut phones down if there is an immediate danger to public safety. Critics argue the software is an invasion of privacy and could pose a threat to free speech. The law requires the feature to be turned on when the phone is activated, with the option of turning it off if they don't want to use it.
A new recall was announced for a popular children's snack, Plum Organics Little Cream's rice milk snacks. Meant for older babies and toddlers were voluntarily recalled by the company as they may pose a choking risk. The company is pulling every last packet as they've received complaints that the snack doesn't all dissolve like they're designed to. The affected packages are marked with a best by date of August 5th, 2014 to August 12th, 2015. They were sold at various retailers and online stores for around $3 a package. The recall was put into place after consumers made complaints which included injuries. For questions or to receive a refund, you can call the 24-hour consumer hotline at 866-535-3774. Well, still ahead, the city remembers a pioneer in the insurance industry.
Plus, tackle this year's flu season by getting your vaccinations early. We'll tell you why.
And now, another adventure with Savings Man.
Look, honey, the neighbors just bought a big screen TV.
Hey, I just got a bonus at work. Maybe we should get one too.
Hold on there.
Savings Man.
Using your bonus to secure your future by paying down debt or saving is a better way to go.
Well, I declare you're right, Savings Man.
Stay ahead by choosing to save. And don't worry about keeping up with the Joneses.
But their name is Johnson.
For more tips and tools, visit choosetosave.org today.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
The city is mourning the loss of a pioneer in the insurance industry who founded one of the most successful privately held consulting and brokerage firms in the state. John Keenan of Keenan and Associates in Torrance founded the company in 1972 along with 3 employees, specializing in insurance for schools, municipalities, and hospitals. With 8 offices located throughout California, the company employs nearly 700 people, serving 950 public school districts, cities, counties, and more than 125 hospitals. The company is now the 17th largest broker in the United States. Company officials and family members said that throughout Keenan's tenure, he emphasized customer service and always placed his employees first. Services for Keenan are scheduled for Saturday, September 20th at 2 p.m. at St. Lawrence Martyr Church in Redondo Beach. Keenan died on September 3rd at Torrance Memorial Medical Center following a stroke. He was 84 years old.
Construction resumes for a local senior community that was on hold for nearly 6 years. Sunrise Senior Living, located at Hawthorne Boulevard and Rolling Hills Road, had come to a standstill in 2008. It was one of more than 50 projects nationwide that Sunrise had to pull the plug on when it closed 3 of the company's 4 regional offices during the recession. Now with 2 new corporate owners backed by real estate trusts who control the privately held firm, crews are back to work once again. Sunrise operates almost 300 senior communities in the United States, Canada, and England. The Torrance project has evolved since its groundbreaking. It now bears the name Sunrise at Palos Verdes. With work expected to be completed by early 2016, the 5-story building should have approximately 80 units with a capacity for around 100 residents. This is a second senior assisted living facility under construction in Torrance. The other one on Sepulveda Boulevard at the former National Sports Grill site is expected to be complete later this year.
The city is looking for the community's feedback on a proposed project to expand and upgrade an existing storage facility. City planners want to know what you think of a 4-story self-storage facility proposed on Del Amo Boulevard. The plans call for tearing down the front section of an existing 93,000 square foot facility at Del Amo near Anza Avenue. It was originally built in 1974. The new structure would be closer to 220,000 square feet. The area is zoned for office and light industrial uses. An initial study available at the planning counter at City Hall showed no significant adverse environmental impacts. Comments can be mailed to Planning Manager Greg Loden at the Torrance Community Development Department. That address is 3031 Torrance Boulevard, Torrance 90503. Residents have until September 16th to respond with comments.
A local version of America's Got Talent had contestants of all ages lined up here in Torrance. Auditions were held recently at the James Armstrong Theater to find the top 20 contestants for the first ever South Bay's Got Talent show. The winners will receive the chance to perform at the 4th annual Dancing with the Stars of South Bay next spring. And Chris Wolf, executive director of the Torrance Cultural Arts Foundation, for the past 5 years is proud to bring a local version of the top-rated TV show.
To give people a chance to perform, since Dancing with the South Bay Stars, the contestants are sort of handpicked as far as who's big in the community. But we wanted to give everybody a chance to perform, and this is a great theater and a great stage, so why not just open the doors? And basically, the talent runs the gamut from, I think there's like a 65-year-old comedian to a 6-year-old singer.
The winners of this audition will move on to compete at the finale of South Bay's Got Talent on Saturday, September 27th at 8 p.m.
The Torrance Rosebud Association is pulling out all the stops to ensure they continue on in the long-standing Torrance tradition. TRFA hosted the first of many fundraisers scheduled this month in an effort to raise enough money to enter in the upcoming Tournament of Roses New Year's Day Parade. This year's theme honors the late Louis Zamperini, and unfortunately for the organization, their biggest corporate sponsor backed out the last minute, putting their entrance into the parade at risk. Board members invited the community to come bowl for a few hours in the name of fundraising, where proceeds from ticket sales, baked goods, and just cash donations all went towards the fees due in just a few days. As volunteers work tirelessly to try and find more corporate sponsors, they hope the city will also step in and help fund the needed shortage.
The float itself cost $150,000, and so we've raised about $50,000, so we're still working on it.
At the next council meeting, members will be asked to vote on whether or not the city can give financial aid to the float cost. Be sure to tune in on Tuesday at 7 p.m. to see how the city decides. You can also catch replays on our channel and on the web anytime. It may only be September, but medical professionals are urging communities to get the protection they need to battle the upcoming flu and cold season. Amy Polpe-Boone tells us how.
With the peak cold and flu season typically starting in December, Jenny Murray, who is a registered nurse, says that early prevention may be key to battling what could be a long winter.
People being together in confined spaces, as well as during winter seasons, people don't get enough sunlight, so they have decreased vitamin D and melatonin, and that can also lead to immune system depletion.
Murray is an infection specialist educator for Torrance Memorial and says that identifying the differences between the cold and the flu in its early stages is critical for proper treatment, which can turn serious if it's not diagnosed correctly.
With influenza, you will have high fevers, chills, body aches. With cold, it's usually a lot more mild than what you'd have with the flu. And you can also get tested for influenza to determine if you do actually have the flu virus.
Although the cold has less severe symptoms than the flu, according to WebMD.com, about 20% of the U.S. population will become infected with the virus, and about 50,000 will die from it. So for this season, you want to stock up on plenty of hand sanitizer and wash your hands regularly with plenty of soap and water. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say that getting vaccinated early on not only protects yourself, but those around you.
The best way to prevent yourself from getting the flu is to get vaccinated with the flu shot every year.
In Torrance, reporting for CitiCABLE, I'm Amy Polpe-Boone.
Thanks, Amy. Well, for the last month, a local Torrance hospital has been helping patients make heart-healthy decisions. Crystal Garcia tells us more.
Providence Little Company of Mary Medical Center in Torrance offers the most comprehensive heart screenings in all of the South Bay. And patients like 56-year-old Jeff Kornreich are taking advantage of it.
Well, you know, my doctor, primary care physician, he's been talking about this for a long time. I guess he's a little concerned about some family history, some heart issues.
By doing a series of assessments, medical professionals like Dr. Rishi Kushal are able to identify problems before symptoms start to develop.
The advanced screening includes an echocardiogram, which is the ultrasound of the heart, an ultrasound of the neck, and an ultrasound of the abdomen, in addition to the basic screening, which is included in the advanced screening.
Getting their blood pressure taken is just one of the non-invasive procedures that the patients go through during the 2-hour screening. Experts say that screenings are critical in the preventative care for various conditions that can cause strokes, heart problems, and diabetes.
It's actually very important and something backed by the American Heart Association. Starting at the age of 20 is the recommendation. So it's important for patients to know what their risk factors are, to identify them early on in life so they can actually do something about it.
For patients like Kornreich, the experience is truly invaluable.
From a preventative standpoint, no, it's unbelievable. You go through life, you know, I work every day full time, don't even think about this, so get you to pause, consider other things. It was a wonderful experience.
Screenings are held every Tuesday and Saturday. After each screening, the doctor sits down with each patient and goes over some of their test results. A week later, patients get a comprehensive diagnosis on what is needed to stay heart healthy. For Torrance CitiCABLE, I'm Crystal Garcia.
Thanks, Crystal. To find out more about the heart health screening, call 888-HEALING or go online to providence.org/Torrance.
Still ahead, we've got upcoming events to tell you all about.
At what age is the color that your skin was meant to be no longer beautiful? Every year, millions of young women try to change the skin they were born with and say they die for darker skin. Sadly, some actually do. Melanoma is the second most common cancer in teens and young adults, and one person dies from melanoma every hour. Change your thinking, not your skin. Stop tanning. Learn more at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Need to dispose of used motor oil and filters? With nearly 30 locations in Torrance, it's easy to dispose of them safely and legally. Finding the location nearest to you is as easy as turning on your computer. Just log on to recycletorrance.org. When it's time to dispose of expired prescription medicines, don't put them down the sink or toilet, in the trash, or in a storm drain. Take them to a household hazardous waste collection site or a LA County Sheriff's Station. Find them at recycletorrance.org.
Welcome back, everybody. Before we go, we have a few events to tell you all about. Come and meet the new mayor and the new chief of police in Torrance on Wednesday, September 17th. The Old Torrance Neighborhood Association, or OTNA, will be the first homeowners association to host a Meet the Mayor and the Chief get-together. This takes place at the Bartlett Senior Center, located on Cravens Avenue in downtown Torrance, and the meeting starts at 7 p.m. Then on Thursday, September 18th from 4 to 7, the Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce will host their annual Business Expo. This takes place at the Torrance Cultural Arts Center at 3330 Civic Center Drive. This event is open to the public and free to attend. For more information, call 310-540-5858. Two local organizations are teaming up to help keep history alive in Torrance. Laura Fong has the story.
Inside the Torrance Historical Society and Museum this week, the Rotary Club of Del Amo donated a big check to the original Torrance Fall Tour of Historical Homes.
We donated $2,500 to assist them in doing the homes tour, and they're going to have cookies and maybe wine tasting this year.
Debbie Hayes is the vice president of the Historical Society, and she was on hand to accept the donation.
They are graciously, once again, sponsoring our biennial home tour.
The home tour is the primary fundraiser and signature event for the Historical Society. The proceeds will fund programs the museum offers to the public for free. This is the second time the Historical Society welcomed the Rotary Club as their luncheon guests.
6 years ago we did this, and it was surprised how many of the senior people we have in our club didn't even know we had a museum here.
The current museum exhibit is all about Louis Zamperini.
When the Rotarians were our guests, we decided to show them the Zamperini film.
The World War II veteran passed away in July after a battle with pneumonia. On display are Lucky Louie treasures, including the Olympian's training shorts and luggage the community bought him to attend tryouts in New York.
He's our hometown hero, and he has a lot of history to tell.
And thanks to donors like the Rotary Club and fundraisers like the home tours, the Historical Society is about to offer the community a rare glimpse into the city's past.
We have to have fundraisers, and we like to have fun when we do it.
For Torrance City Cable, I'm Laura Fong.
Thanks, Laura, for that story. If you're interested in checking out the museum, they're open Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays from 1 to 4 p.m. The Torrance Home Tours begin on Saturday, October 11th. Tickets cost just $25. Well, that does it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain. If you've missed any portion of our show, you can catch us again at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m.
And I'm Jin Chun. Thanks for joining us. And don't forget to tune in on Tuesday night at 6:30 p.m. for CitiCable's newest show, Newsbreak Live. We'll see you next time.